So I thought my first ever episode should be about the thing I am literally doing now, which is starting again. Hi guys, I'm Jude and you're welcome to a Little with Jude podcast. I'm so excited to finally be saying that. I recently finished with university, BEng computer engineering, and let me just say it is one of the best feelings ever. It was not easy. It ran for longer than it should have for several reasons, but I'm done. I did it. Veni Vidi Vici, Shout out to the class of 2025. We made it. Congratulations to us. Generally in life, finishing things always comes with this excitement, pure, undiluted joy. Well, finishing most things, let me say. For some people, completing a good book or TV series or even a plate of food leaves mixed feelings. But finishing an intense day of classes, a rough week at work, or just a generally tough phase of life, we can agree those are joyful occasions. There's just this sense of achievement, accomplishment, relief, done and dusted, as we say. The thing about life is after every finish, there's a start. Almost immediately, sometimes several months or years after, but we get to start again. Something different, something better, something worse in some cases. It's life, but just something. It's like an endless cycle of starting and finishing and starting and finishing again. It could be finishing a Friday before you get to rest and put yourself together. Monday is around the corner again in the blink of an eye. And it could even be the end of 1 year at school, summer holiday, and the new year is starting. I heard about somebody who finished bachelor's degree, master's degree, went into, the industry, office work, a career in that, just going on with his life. And years later, he's like, oh, you know what? I'm going to go back to academia. Went back to academia, became a doctor, worked more, became a professor, and there was a break in between. But at some point, he started education again. Unlimited beginnings, unlimited endings. That is basically what it means to exist and live. Now, I think it's pretty obvious which is easier and, which is more fun, more celebrated between starting and finishing. We hardly celebrate the starts. It's almost always congratulations on completing this, or congratulations on reaching the end, congratulations on sticking it through, because finishing is exciting and fulfilling. Finishing is proof that, I stuck through, I did the work, I saw it to the end. But starting is scary. Starting is frustrating and nerve-wracking and slow. Sometimes starting is stupid. Starting a job means you're the new person with no friends yet. I would know, brief aside. I recently started a job like 2 weeks ago. I was on probation period, I was just trying to fit in, trying to find my bearing. So much imposter syndrome. Every time I pushed something to mean, I was scared that I was going to break something. I was scared that a bug was going to mess up the whole application and they'll go, you new girl, you spoiled everything, go away. It's the same as starting a new course in school or maybe on Coursera. You're clueless. Tons of stuff to learn, basically an olodo. Starting a new relationship, whether platonic or romantic, it means once again you are shy and unsure what to say or do. If you're like me, you're overthinking. What if it doesn't last forever? What if this person gets tired of me? How long before this person gets tired of me? It could even be starting at the gym. Those first few weeks, you're trying to figure out all those complicated machines, chest press and whatever, and everybody has to keep on correcting you. No, lift with your feet apart, bend at the waist so you don't go and break your back. Starting is awkward and embarrassing. I am currently sitting in the back of my dad's car with a duvet over my head and I'm sweating profusely because I chose to start a podcast. Starting is difficult and stressful. In the coming weeks and months, or the class of 2025 will be newest employees at our various jobs. I mean, just weeks ago, we were the big boys and girls, sign out party, final year dinner, awards night. Some of us still have convocation coming up, we're on top of the world. But soon we'll be the newbies. We'll have to learn things. We will have to reintroduce ourselves to new people. We'll have to adapt to new environments, have to make fresh mistakes and correct them because, yes, there will be mistakes. A lot. Like a whole lot. Starting is messy, and unfortunately, messy is ugly in today's world. At least that's what we tell ourselves. Lots of people hold back from starting. We try to prolong the ending, try to draw it out. Oh, I'm too attached. I don't want this phase to end. But really, I feel like on some level, secretly, we're all just a bit scared of starting the new phase. We're scared of going back to ground zero and building up again. So we convince ourselves we're not ready. We convince ourselves we're not yet good enough to nail the perfect start. I'm learning not to run from messy. Messy is human. Messy is real. Imperfect is human. Like, I am not saying don't be prepared. By all means, preparation is important. But life does not always wait for us to be prepared enough. Life does not always wait for us to be perfect. Let's stop excusing fear and laziness under the guise of, oh, I'm waiting for everything to fall into place. No. I once heard Joyce Meyer say, do it afraid, and that has stayed with me. Do it afraid, do it a little messy, do it shy, do it nervous, do it clueless, just do it. Nike owes me a brand sponsorship for this. But I've had the idea of starting a podcast for years, like since secondary school. I just kept on putting it off for various pretty reasonable reasons. But finally, this is me here. I've stopped excusing my fear. I've stopped excusing my hesitation. Here I am, starting. And I'm enjoying it so far. That's the thing. A lot of times we're like, oh no, what if I start and I don't like it? What if I start and I mess it up? What if I start and it doesn't turn out the way I expect? Then you can stop. You can stop. You can walk away. You can let it go. This is not me encouraging you to be a quitter, but everything is not compulsory. There's no hard and fast about it. If you take up a new hobby and it's not working out for you, you leave it alone. But what's the point of living your whole life never starting anything because you're scared of not liking it? I mean, how will you know if you like it or not if you never start? Life coach mode activated. I'm encouraging you, dear listener, start that new course. Start that hobby. Start that routine. Start that project. Talk to that person, send in that application, open that book. Prepare, please prepare, but don't procrastinate. Don't hide, don't wait for perfect. It doesn't have to look polished, just begin. The rest will catch up, trust me. If you've listened up to this point, thank you for sticking around. Thank you for being a part of my start, and cheers to imperfect starts. I hope you have been able to connect with something, anything that I've said. I hope I've given you just a sliver of courage to start your thing too. If you enjoyed this episode, I would love to hear from you. You can leave a comment or send a DM on any of the social media pages at A Little with Jude on Instagram and X. You can find that in our bio, or you can even send me an email. I love emails. Also, please stay tuned on our pages for information on when the next episode drops. And lastly, tell a friend to tell a friend. This podcast is not for everyone. Believe me, I have made my peace with that. But help me find my people. Share this episode with someone who needs it today, with someone who would enjoy it. Have a great day and a great week. And remember, just make it exist. You can make it good later. Before I sign out, I'll leave you with a quote by Rumi. As you start to walk on the way will appear. Think about it, ponder it, run it over in your head, and I feel like something will spark, something will click for you. Anyway, this is Jude signing out. Bye.